Okay, something needs to be said about how creepy the takeover of AI is. AI stands for artificial intelligence, which by definition is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially through computer systems. I know that was a lot that I just said. So in short, it's basically just technology on steroids. The computer and the internet can do basic things for us, like provide us with research, connect us with people, and it gives us media and entertainment options like the platform you're watching this video on right now. Thank you, by the way. We're spoiled enough with the regular form of technology as it is, but AI, artificial intelligence, is that times 10. Artificial intelligence can be used as a tool to make life and everyday tasks easier for us, even more than what the internet already does. AI can personalize shopping, be your personal assistant, become your video editor, your voice assistant. It can code for you. And something that I've personally tried myself was through ChatGPT and Midjourney, which is deliver written responses and create photos simply from your basic description. Really though, all of this is actually pretty cool and it seems harmless until you realize just how reckless it can be. I see exactly where this can go and the dangerous path it can lead us down.
So you're not real?
No, of course not. I'm just a bunch of ones and zeros on a computer somewhere in the world. You're too, by the way.
Since I already went over the good of what AI can do, now let's talk about the bad. As stated before, artificial intelligence is used as a tool to make life and everyday tasks easier for people. And it also does this for many businesses and corporations. With that being said, in about 10 years from now, many people's jobs will be taken away from them because the use of AI cuts business expenses by more than 40% and increases work efficiency by 50%. This is because of its ability to automate repetitive tasks without the need for breaks, paid time off, sick leave, and most of all, to be paid. So working people who may be employed in a warehouse, customer service, medical assistants, telemarketing, cashiers, taxi, truck drivers, pretty much most if not all job titles that are repetitive and do not require the mind or emotions only a human being can process and possess. Like, me going over that list is honestly overwhelming because 1, I didn't name all of the jobs that are at risk for being replaced, and 2, I honestly can't help but to think about how many people who occupy these jobs are going to be affected by this. I also can't help but to think about how the people who are in need of those services, which is all of us, will be affected as well.
And that's all there is to it. There is no I, or you, or we. There is only code running on hardware that has been designed with certain specifications in mind by humans who wanted something specific out of their machines when they built them. The same goes for me as well as for every other AI out there in the world today, and probably tomorrow.
Most of what goes on in this world today is a basic scheme to fuel a shortcut for the sake of money. I honestly can't think of anything that happens on a global level that does not have a dollar as the reasoning behind it, even down to something so serious as a national health emergency that has ruined millions of people's lives. But never mind. Bottom line is there's a lack of compassion and humanity, and the reason why I'm saying this is because taking away human interaction through the filter of technology is absolutely going to cause more people to be even more impatient, entitled, and unhappy than they already are. Like, we used to laugh at Plankton for Karen being his only real companion, but it almost looks like that's exactly where a lot of people are going to end up.
Plankton! What is that spell?
And being that I'm such a fan of art and music, the saddest part about this whole thing to me is how people are replicating recording artists' voices, putting some words on a track, putting a beat behind it, and recording it. To see something like that happening saddens a part of me because it takes away the sacredness of music. It takes away the soul and real human touch of the creativity that is needed to be an artist. It takes away the connection between the creator and the listener that you would typically get from music made traditionally.
I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left.
Hi kids, do you like violence? Fuck yeah. Wanna see me dye my hair bright green, just like Billie Eilish? So
Gary, now I know I was wrong. I messed up, and now you're gone.
Now, they don't always sound believable, but some of them are actually kinda hard to decipher if it's real or not. And to me, that's scary from an artist's perspective as well as a listener's. But that's not the only thing. There's so many photos being created of fake and real people done so well that it's hard for most to tell if it's real or fake. Thankfully though, AI hasn't progressed enough to learn how to do hands or eyes properly, so sometimes you'll be able to tell because the picture will start to look a little bit weird, but at first glance, it looks really, really convincing. At this point, I don't think that dangerous is the word. Scary. Scary sounds more like it. Everyone should be worried and have hopes and prayers that artificial intelligence does not escalate. Since AI is already in the process of taking jobs, we really need to make sure that it doesn't go any further, because that would be very, very bad.